You know that moment, right? That feeling in the pit of your stomach when you see a bad grade on a report card? Your mind just starts racing, trying to figure out what on earth went wrong. But what if? What if we've been looking at it all wrong this entire time?
This one idea can completely flip the script. Instead of seeing a failure, what if we started seeing a symptom, a cry for help from a really complex system that's just out of sync?
And this is the absolute core of it. A grade isn't some final judgment on your kid's ability or how hard they're trying. Nope, it's just a piece of data. It's a signal pointing to something much, much deeper. So let's follow that signal and see where it takes us.
All right, so picture this. You see that low mark. Be honest, what's the very first thought that jumps into your head? For most of us, it's like an instant automatic reaction.
Yep, that's it, isn't it? That's the diagnosis we all jump to. He's lazy. He's not focused. He's just not trying hard enough. It feels like a simple conclusion, but it's also incredibly dangerous because it completely misses the real story.
So think of that bad grade like a check engine light on a car's dashboard. You wouldn't just put a piece of tape over it, right? No, you'd look under the hood. And the real machinery, the parts we need to be checking, are the child's physical and mental state, their ability to control their attention, what's going on with their emotions, and how their memory is functioning.
We have to stop thinking of a child as just a student and start seeing them as this whole integral system. All these parts are totally connected. I mean, if memory is failing, could it be because of overwhelming emotions? If their attention is wandering all over the place, maybe it's because their physical state is just completely drained. One part always affects all the others.
So, you see what's happening? When we get laser focused on that one little number, that 2, we are actively ignoring the very information that could help us actually solve the problem. It's like we're choosing to be blind when the system is trying to show us exactly what's wrong.
And this is such a critical question, because this common approach, it doesn't just fail to solve the problem, it actively creates brand new ones. It kicks off a predictable and really damaging chain reaction.
Focusing only on the grade triggers this awful downward spiral. After just 1 year of all that pressure and judgment, learning itself becomes something to fear. Then, after 2 years, to avoid that fear, the child starts to hide things, hiding bad grades, hiding their struggles, and by year 3, well, the damage is deep. They no longer think I did poorly. They think I am poor. They've completely internalized that verdict. I'm just not good enough.
Okay, that is a pretty bleak picture, I know. But here's the good news. It is not the only path. There's another, way more effective, and honestly more compassionate way to handle this. It really comes down to a choice between 2 very different roads. The grade-focused path, it centers on the number, and its destination is fear. But the system-focused path, that one centers on the child. It investigates the why behind the number. And this approach, it doesn't create fear. It builds resilience, it builds confidence, and it creates this powerful new belief. Mistakes are just signals, and I am not afraid of them.
So when you finally decide to turn on the system, you're not just fixing a grade anymore, you're upgrading the kid's entire operating model. When their emotional state is stable and their attention is trained, suddenly memory starts to work almost effortlessly. They're not just learning a subject, they're learning how to learn. And maybe most importantly, they develop the courage to face challenges head-on.
So, the takeaway is this really simple but profound shift in your thinking. Stop trying to put a Band-Aid on the output, the grade. Go to the source code, reboot the entire system.
And that leaves us with one final thought. The next time you're faced with that moment, that bad grade staring back at you, just pause. Instead of asking, why aren't you trying, ask yourself, which part of the system is sending me a signal? Are you going to check their state, their attention, their emotions, or their memory? The choice is all yours.